follow that. But I actually get to share some really exciting information with everybody here. So I'm Margaret Roberton. I'm the Vice President for Workforce Development here at Central Carolina Community College. And all of this conversation is so much about what we talk about all the time. So we're going to talk a little bit about the facility you're in today. That this is the E. Eugene Moore Advanced Manufacturing and Biotech Solutions Center. So not just a training center, but a solution center. How do we have a regional conversation when we're talking about VinFast? 7,000 jobs is a whole lot of people in North Carolina to have into great opportunities. And so it's partnering with our community colleges who are in the region. How do we work together to make this happen? Partnering with our four-year institutions when we think about that entire career trajectory for an individual in North Carolina who wants to start out in that first great job at VinFast and move up there and have their entire career based in all the things they can accomplish with a company like VinFast. And so I think that's part of what's really exciting for us here at the college and the kinds of opportunities we have and what the Moore Center allows us to do as that regional response to the workforce commitment that the state's making, that the companies are expecting from us. And so I really think that having this opportunity that Lee County has made a commitment to, that the college is invested into, and we really are excited to share where we're going with it with you today. So I think the test for me today is to walk you through this video without being able to see it. So Crystal's going to start it for me, but really the point of it is this facility is about three primary things: attracting, training, and retraining individuals who are in North Carolina who want great jobs in advanced manufacturing and life sciences. And so we want to think about how do we pull people in and get them excited about working in manufacturing, that this is their opportunity for their careers. How do we get them trained for those opportunities? And then how do we take folks who are already in our communities and haven't quite figured out where they want to land, that this is a place to retrain and move themselves forward and take all those opportunities on. So that's what we want to show you where this facility is going. But before we start real quick, I'm just going to give you a little timeline. So a year and a half ago or so, Lee County took over this building, and the prior occupant had taken what they wanted, sold what they could, and left behind kind of like a party, right? You leave everything else on the floor. Lee County has been amazing. They have done a tremendous job kind of getting it to a base, cleaning it up so that we can move forward. We've already made the investments. We'll have our logistics, our truck driving program here. That's here already. We are in construction phase for our biotechnology building, so that's moving forward. And we're in architectural conversations with the phase one of this facility. And so we're really excited about moving forward. And how do we then accelerate getting into this building as quickly as we can so that we can meet those workforce needs that VinFast and others really require of us as a region. So I'm going to have Crystal start this. And mostly it's just to give you the experience. So if I'm off track, recognize I'm looking at it from behind.
Or just come around if you want to.
So, all right.
Just come around and talk loud.
She knows me. All right, so what you're seeing is an architectural rendering of what this facility will be. So this is kind of coming outside of where we're at today, of what this larger building is. But again, remember, it's about as much attracting people into manufacturing, getting them excited about it. We want them to see this facility the same way they see walking into VinFast as their opportunity for where they're going to work and what that experience is going to be. So this is where you're at now. The doors that you just came in, getting people pulled in, and then walking to that. So this is the rear of the building, kind of coming on the other side. A little perspective, 220,000 square feet. It is the largest advanced manufacturing training facility, arguably in the, well, absolutely in the Southeast, arguably in the country. So totally dedicated to advanced manufacturing and biotechnology. Come in, this is the student primary entrance coming into the building, welcoming them in. This is the back of the building. Again, this was manufacturing a year and a half ago. This is a collaboration plaza. So again, solution is about the community. How do we create space to pull the community here, give them opportunity to engage, have experiences within the site. So walking back into where you're standing today, this is where we're talking about bringing people in and getting them excited. Where you're at right now is where there'll be lots of opportunities, whether you're a middle school tour or a mid-career changer, to come in, put your hands on things, get excited about what manufacturing is. See video of what the manufacturing floors look like. See robots, see different kinds of things you can engage with, all within this space. Ask those questions, have some maker space, do those sorts of things, and then walk out onto the training floor. Walk out into how I got excited about it, to how do I learn how to do it, and make myself into these different opportunities. So what you're walking into is where the labs will be. There are classrooms. They're to the rear, and that's very intentional so that you can go and you can learn, you can come back out, put your hands on things, interact with machinery, go back, sit down and have that learning experience again. It also lets us be able to address multiple parties at once. We want this to be as flexible as possible. When an employer needs to use it and they want to use some equipment and we've got class in the classroom, the labs are still there and we can have multiple things going on. It's an opportunity to work with our other college partners. How do we create opportunities for them to engage with us within this space? So you're getting a little bit of a look down as to how this will lay out. It may change a little as we have architectural conversations, but largely what you're looking at is how do we ramp up, how do we create flow within this building so students can experience. Manufacturing is not a silo. You don't do just a thing and only that thing, so it's giving people that flow experience of how the parts of manufacturing fit together so that they can see how they're coordinating. This is walking through the student entry. If you're coming here, whether you're one of our students, whether you're here for a summer program, whether you're an employee coming in for some incumbent worker training, you're going to be here for a little bit. We expect you to be here all day, many days, learning what you need to learn. And so creating space for students to gather, to work in teams. We've been having conversations with our partners at NC State and with A&T on how do we create space for them to be here. So when we think about a solution, it really is about how are we pulling somebody all the way through to all of their potential that they can have within this space. So all of those collaborations when we have a VinFest in the building and students can engage with a VinFest in lots of very practical and exciting ways. When we have our A&T and NC State partners here, so we have other kind of student experiences. We have our community college students here and incumbent workers. You won't find a place that allows all of that kind of engagement to occur that really builds up that workforce. That's what this facility will be as we move it forward and make that response. So, and I think that is the tour through the video. So you have a really good perspective. So we are excited. We are obviously very excited about what the potential in this facility will be. And it's going to run in the background. I'm not going to talk to it again. We do want to take an opportunity to give you a little bit of a tour. We're going to walk out onto the main manufacturing floor, what will be that learning environment, give you a sense of size and scope. It's kind of hard sometimes to get your head wrapped around 220,000 square feet until you walk and see the massiveness of the main floor and really get that opportunity to see what's going on, to see the space that VinFast will be in as they come into the community, to see the space that we're looking at for things like soft landing and incubation, all of the classroom environment. So we're going to take you out there. We'll talk a little bit about the things that are happening here within the facility. VinFast will have their vehicles here, which is really the exciting part. So we'll look at pictures and talk about the facility, and then you can all be excited and gather around the VinFast vehicles and have an opportunity to see what's going on with those. And I think, Dr. Chapman, anything else?
No, I think what we would like to do is have the folks from the table here, if you would mind coming first and following Margaret and a few folks that way. And then my esteemed colleagues, if you will follow them closely behind them, then we will, then all of us kind of move into the other end.